Hey, this is a video just for my supporters and donators to Patreon, and I'm including one other donator who's been incredibly generous with PayPal, and this is just for you guys. So thank you so much. I'm excited to give this a try. So these are peonies from my garden. I rent a little house in Washington, and peonies were my mother's favorite flower, and she was allergic to them, so we could never have them in the house. But they had the most wonderful fragrance. I always loved them as a little girl. I'll hold them up. There's a couple different varieties here that we're growing. They both kind of have that hot pink, large exterior petal. But this one, if you look at it, is a little flatter. This type is more of a pom-pom shape. Right here. Let's see if I can turn that so you can see. But then this other one that has the lighter pink inside on top and here is a little flatter, and it has different colors. So you've got the deeper pink on the outside petals, and then more fringe petals that are the lighter pink, and then tucked in the middle, I think they're the stamen, but I'm not sure, is that deep hot pink or magenta in the middle, very center. So there are my beautiful peonies. I just love them. And I'll hold them up so you can get a little whiff. Oh, they just smell wonderful. And then these are my little fairies that I've had for many years. Their wings are getting bent a little bit. I should have given them names. I think they were collector dolls, and they probably had names at the time. And I'm not into dolls, but I just loved these fairies. Their hair. And I don't know if you can see that there's a little vine. Oops. There's a little vine woven through her hair. And the features are just so delicate. I'll hold that up so you can see her. And they're all kind of dressed in these very nature-like outfits. And their wings kind of bend. And anyway, I love these. So I'll put her down. They're just kind of sitting luxuriously. And then I'm going to end the video with a little crepe paper flower that I made for Mother's Day. I made a few of them for some mothers that I know. This one has kind of a little hanger that comes out of the top, but again, they just have that fabulous hair and this fun little outfit. I broke her leg once upon a time and had to glue it back on. But look how she's just enjoying whatever she's enjoying, probably the fall with those colors. And I'll hold her up close so you can see her expression. I just love those. They're a little big for my fairy garden, but I do like that they're little. I don't like those big giant fairies that look like I don't know, they're just like big round kids, and I don't like those as much. I like these that feel more magical. Okay, so I'm going to move these peonies off. Probably need to move off the fairies too, because this is just my little round coffee table. And I will hope that this isn't too loud. This is my crepe paper flower, and they're really big. And I watched someone making them on YouTube, and I thought they were so pretty. So I wanted to make some for a couple of mothers out here for Mother's Day. My mother died about 8 or 9 years ago, so I can't do anything for her, but I can do something for some other mothers. And so these are made, I'll kind of talk through how I made them while I play with them. They're made with, it's called Italian crepe paper, and I don't know if it originates in Italy or if that's a name it just inherited over time. But it's hard to find the big sheets or rolls of that. You can find the little streamer kinds that are in party stores. But even in the craft stores, I couldn't find the big sheets. And yet I'd seen them making it on YouTube. So anyway, I got on and ordered it online through a paper store. But you cut a petal shape out, and then you kind of, I don't know if you can see, but you hot glue together the base of it so that it comes into that triangle shape, and then you glue that onto the paper plate. You can see when I flip this over that it's just a paper plate on the bottom, and it's got some hot glue stuck to it there. So it's really simple. And I glued a couple of plates together because I just had these really flimsy paper plates, but you glue them together in a circle pattern, and if you overlap them more, it's even more incredible. This one doesn't look as wonderful as the one that was on YouTube. And then you kind of slowly stretch the paper, the crepe paper, so that it takes on that floppy petal look. And you do that around, and then you cut a smaller series of petals. It looks like, oh, you fold it in half and cut it. So this is one that's folded. You do that with the larger and the smaller. So the larger ones, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 petals that are the larger ones folded in half, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the smaller. So you could do more than that. And as you pull them apart, after they are glued on, you can kind of separate the petals more. And then after you stretch out the petals, we'll just do a little of that so you can see it. This one kind of needs it behind. Oh, that's not too loud. After you stretch out the petals, then you just go along and barely pull, just at little random points, the very tips of the petals. Yeah? Just like that. And it kind of naturally scallops the edges a little bit. Gives it a little more of a natural look. The one on the video just was exquisite, and it looked so real that when they put their hands by it and you realized it was this giant crepe paper flower, it was such a shock. And then the middle, you do little tiny petals. I hope you can see that. And pick a different color. And again, fold them in half and cut the little petal shape out, and then glue the centers around. And then you make a pom-pom in the middle. So you just roll up some paper that's about this wide, maybe 2 inches. Roll it up and hold the bottom of the roll and clip the top of the roll into these nice pieces, but don't cut all the way through. And then you just glue that whole roll right into the center and spread out the little stamens. It has a wonderful texture to it. And that is my little crepe paper flower for you. This is a little lighter pink. My favorite pink is between these two. And I don't necessarily like to wear it. Well, it's this color. It's the color of these. That's just my favorite. I don't know if it'll come through on the camera. It looks like it's faded a bit. But it's a deep, deep rose pink. And this is a little more of a hot pink, which is not as much my favorite, but I still like the pinks and reds and oranges. I'm just drawn to those colors. All right, I'm just going to play with this a little bit, and then say goodnight and thank you again. For being a supporter.